Well, I think my two favorite things, NASCAR and country music, have come together here with Justin Moore. Justin, I gotta first ask you about this drum plate here. I hear you guys are big Earnhardt fans.
Yeah, a couple of us have always been big NASCAR guys, my drummer in particular, and myself. And I mean, how could you not be an Earnhardt guy if you like NASCAR?
How did you guys originally just get into NASCAR?
You know, for me, I grew up in Arkansas and not far from a dirt track, and I used to go there with my uncles and stuff, and just to watch, you know. And so, you know, being from the South, I think it's kind of in you, you know, to like NASCAR. And when I started watching a lot, it was probably 25 years ago, and it was at the peak of its excitement, I think, at that point in time. And so, yeah, I just kind of got hooked.
You've got some lines and some songs, you know, Sunday morning a NASCAR race. Also, you got a song with Riley Green where you actually debate your favorite NASCAR track. You said Daytona.
Yeah.
Was that just for the song? Do you actually believe that? Or?
It's one of them. But yeah, and he's a big NASCAR guy too, Riley. And so I just picked a track that I'd been to. But the one that I really want to go to that I have not gotten a chance to go to is Bristol.
Oh, and that's coming up too.
Yeah.
And Dale, that might be his last NASCAR race. Could be a good one to go to.
Right.
You know, NASCAR fans and country music fans are very similar. How would you describe the passion that you see out in the crowd every night?
I do think there are a lot of the same. I think there's a lot of crossover fans. You know, I've become friends with some of the drivers, and we always talk about how we all believe that, and super passionate, both fan bases, as you said, and you know, it's awesome to look out and see people sing your songs that started from just an idea in your head. And I think the other cool thing, that one of the other parallels between country music artists and, let's say, the NASCAR drivers and their teams, a lot of us came from small towns and blue collar type places, and I think a lot of our fans are the same way.
You know, you mentioned people singing along to songs that just start in your head. You've got some passionate fans in your fan base. What's it like, you know, we're going to be out actually in the lawn tonight. What's it like having to reach and connect with those people all the way in the back, same as you do with the people in the pit?
Yeah, I think you just try to put yourself out there, put yourself in that position, and you know, that's where I sat when I got to go to shows back when I was growing up. You know, I didn't ever have front row seats or anything, so I remember those times, and so I think you just got to think about in different spots how to turn those people on, and it could be what you say, it could be, you know, specific songs, and you just have to relate to everybody.
There's a lot of pressure, I think, being a lead singer, especially in front of this many people. I'd give you credit. I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to do it. Are there like nerves? Like, do you ever forget like lyrics or certain things?
We all do.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. And but I'm just honest with people. I go, I screwed that up.
Yeah,
you know,
right?
I mean, there's no sense in trying to pretend it didn't happen. And you know, I think people though, that's almost endearing to fans, because you know, at times that I don't think they realize we're just real people. You know what I mean? We're not robots, and so I think sometimes it's endearing.
What is talkback? I hear it like be used a lot. Like what is that like?
This mic right here, as a matter of fact, so we can all talk to, you know, like our crew. We can talk to each other on stage, and it don't come out.
Got it.
There, so hey, I need more guitar, I need more vocal, or whatever.
You ever
or we'll just crack jokes with each other.
I was gonna say, yeah. Do you ever like just shoot the shit almost like, hey, you see that guy in the front row?
Oh yeah, yeah. We have fun for sure. We crack on each other. My drummer and I pick at him all night, just about on the talk bag. He can tell you.
You talked about the songwriting process of it. Are there any cool origin stories as to how some of your songs got originated? Like, oh, we weren't even meaning to talk, write about this, and then it just popped out of thin air.
Yeah, one quick story. I'm having dinner, my wife and I, with my parents at like a Chili's or something like that. This was a few years ago, and I had a couple of cocktails before our food got there. My mom's going, "Why do you drink so much, son?" And I said, you're drinking a margarita right now as we speak. So who are you talking to? But anyway, it gave me the idea to write the song "Why We Drink."
Oh.
And so I'm down at my beach house with a handful of guys. We're writing songs, and I just told them that story and said we ought to write "Why We Drink." And at the time, we're all in the pool drinking beer, and we wrote that song in like 10-15 minutes.
That's it?
So yeah.
Literally that quick?
Yeah, pretty crazy.
That's pretty wild how it all...
It's nice when they come out that way. And I've had a lot of songs that I've been a part of writing that take days.
Take the scenic route almost. Finally, like, you're on tour with Randy Houser.
Yeah.
It's exciting to see both of you guys in the same night. What's it like so far being on the road with him, and what should fans expect to see from you guys on tour?
Well, this is our first show. This is opening night of the tour. So what a great spot to kick it off. But he and I have toured together over the years a number of times, and he's great. I mean, he's, in my opinion, one of the most, if not the most underrated country singer in the last 30 years. I mean, he's got an incredible voice, great songwriter, player. He and I have known each other for 20 years and kind of came out around the same time. And so we've, have a lot of mutual friends, and he and I have been friends for a while, and certainly I respect what he does, but I respect him as a person even more. And I think we have a lot of the same fan base, and so as far as what fans can expect, a lot of hits,
Yeah.
which is a good thing, and hopefully 2 great shows.
Yeah, are you feeling, nervous, anxious, excited, ready to go for tonight?
Not nervous. Let's go do it.
Let's go do it. I like it. You guys can check out Justin Moore, Randy Houser on tour, and I mean, just to see this drum plate
Beautiful
alone,
man.
I mean, there's no reason not to go and get a ticket to this show. All right, we are here with Tucker Wilson, Justin Moore's drummer, and this is your beautiful drum. I am going to be biased here and say this is the most beautiful drum in country music. Maybe of all drums out there.
I don't disagree with you. Yeah, yeah. It's awesome to know that Dale's on the front.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like leading the charge for the show for us. Mm-hmm. I remember at the time, Taylor Hawkins, the great late Taylor Hawkins from the Foo Fighters, their drummer, he always would have like a picture of somebody. It could be someone funny, someone from pop culture history. Like he had Freddie Mercury, he had some of the Bee Gees on there one time. This is funny. He had his dad on there one time. And I thought that was kind of cool to just have just a person on the front. But we play country music, right? So I can't have someone like that on the front. It had to make sense to the people we play for. And being such a huge NASCAR guy, I was like, well, it can't be one of the Atlanta Braves because we play in different towns, and they'd boo me if they saw like Chipper Jones or someone like that on the front. Big Braves guy. So I was like, it's got to be a NASCAR thing. And who is like the most beloved individual, most beloved, overarching, everyone knows who that is and they love it. And it has to be Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah.
And it is. And we thought Richard Petty, and Petty be a good one, but some of the younger people might not even know who Richard Petty is anymore, which is kind of sad, but everyone knows who dons that mustache, right? So, and obviously the white, black, and red. So that's why we did that. And we surprised Justin. He didn't say this, I don't think. We surprised him with that.
Oh, he didn't know about it?
He had no idea. No, it's a funny story. We were in his hometown in Little Rock, and we put it on there and tuned it up and sound checked with it. So we start the show. You know, this is his talkback mic.
So he's like kind of looking this direction.
Yeah, he comes up and he'll have his stuff here, a set list. His drinks will be here, and he and I, you know, he was saying we talk to each other and stuff. He never looked here one time.
That's
for
crazy.
Like 20 minutes.
For the whole, yeah.
He never noticed it for 20 minutes. And I watched him. He turned about the third or fourth time he came back here. He did like a triple take. And like pointed at me, and he said, "Did you do that?" and I, he was like, he said to me on the mic, he said, "I don't know who's responsible for that, but that has to stay on there forever."
He said on the mic,
on the mic.
To everybody?
No.
Oh,
only,
just to
so
hear.
this mic, only the band
Got
guys
it.
and the crew people can hear.
Yeah.
So he said that to us. He didn't know who was responsible for it at the time, but he said, "Whoever did that, great job, and that has to stay on there forever."
And look,
I was like, deal.
It's still here.
It's
That's
still there.
amazing.
Yeah.
And you're wearing an Earnhardt shirt too,
Yeah.
which this is an original.
It's a 91, so it's after his, you know, he won 7 times, but this is after his 5th one. It says, I love it, it says 5-time
That
Mystic
is
Cup
so
champion.
cool.
So it's missing.
It's missing 2.
It's missing the 2, yeah.
Dang. How about that? I want to take a look at the rig here
Absolutely,
too.
yeah.
Do we want to swing around?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
So these drums are made by a company called Gretsch Drums. These are actually really old drums. They're from the 70s.
Really?
And Justin being from Arkansas, these were built by Gretsch when they were being made in Arkansas. So he loves that.
And you got another Earnhardt picture
I do.
here.
I do. So this is kind of part of what happens when Earnhardt is advertised on the front so clearly. People start bringing me stuff. So this was like an advertisement or something in a gas station, and so a guy that was one of the local hands for the show said, "Hey, I got something for you. I'll be right back." And he brought me this, and either our truck driver or one of the guys on the crew shoved it right here, and so now it's like my table. So I have like extra stuff, my like my waters and towels and stuff. But so Dale's right here too, and yeah, he's kind of just everywhere.
He's everywhere.
Yeah.
Can I put you to the test?
Try.
So if I were to say, because you know, oftentimes a song is led by you, the drums.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I'm like, point at you, how does that start?
So actually here, this is funny. So this thing right here, the way that we hear each other is through in-ear monitors. So there's point at you right there.
All right.
So I hit this button, and we have some computers that play a click track like a metronome in our ears.
Really?
And I hit the button for point at you, and I hit the start button. And if you want to come show this, you can too.
Yeah.
It's got here's our set list down here, and so we know what we're gonna play. And then all the songs that we could play or know are all right here. So I hit the song, I hit start, and it'll start playing.
And then you match it.
It has a silent count off. So I hit the button, it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And our guitar player over here, Stefan, he actually starts that song. So it's kind of show businessy. It's so people don't hear me go 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
There are some songs where I do that.
Like which ones?
Let's see. Beta Hook.
Yeah.
I count that one off at the top. With a Woman You Love, one of his hits, I count that one off. A lot of these songs have either the silent count off, or there's a few songs that I actually start. The click will just be playing, and I'll just start it myself, and everybody just comes in.
That is fascinating.
So, yeah, and a lot. It was funny is not a lot of that's rehearsed. It just kind of happens. and we just that's just kind of how we do it. So awesome.
Now I know that is how you start each and every song. So
yeah, so if you
it's
see
kinda
me
fascinating.
over here
I'm
fiddling
gonna
around
I'm
on
gonna be
this,
looking for this.
That's what I'm doing. Yep. Yep. And then I have this little pad here. People are like, oh, what does that do? All it does is it stops it. So it stop anything that's going on here. If I want to kill it, I just hit that pad there. But that's other than that, it's very simple. Lots of drums, lots of cymbals. So yeah, and Dale Earnhardt's on the front. So
How could it get any better than that?